say mainly, first of all, quite young, because like me personally, I think it's helped me sort of realise my purpose and how I can get there. And maybe also people who are going through like a hard time, maybe like a career change or something, and they don't know like where they were or to where they want to be, how to get there. I think that kind of like demographic would be good. The first speaker was Brian, about his method of goal mapping. The method was that on one side you had words about your goal, so you had a main goal. If you thought about it as a tree, you'd have like little branches off it with like other goals, but your main goal would almost enable you. And then you had like the how, who, and why. So why do you want to achieve it? Who do you need to help you to achieve it? And so on. And then on the other side, you draw images. So it was almost like a trigger in your head. So it kind of like reminds you of your goal and like look at it every day. And then we had other speakers like Alan, for example, who was almost getting us to visualize like and what would be like the best thing for us. So one thing he made us do is that he made us write down 3 people that we look up to and then kind of draw qualities that would help you personally, and then why that would help you and why that would help you get to like your main goal or your ultimate belief. One of the speakers, for example, she also said that she almost defined what a limiting belief was, and she was saying, and she actually used a really good like kind of visual as like a table. And so imagine if that table was your limiting belief and you almost have these pillars coming underneath, and it was like the references to why you think that. But if you flip that around, you can also see how you made a new belief, an empowering belief. You could also make new references for the belief that empowers you. One thing that I really liked had this energy. So when they spoke, everyone was 100% engaged. You could feel that atmosphere in the room, that everyone wanted to be there and everyone was like just so focused on themselves, but also, like the speaker, because of the content. They all had their unique qualities, and I think that obviously came with the topic that they were speaking about, like their different styles. But yeah, I think the main thing was that because they were all engaging, I think everyone, or like a lot of people would have got the most from it. Alan did the closed eyes process and he got us to visualize everything. So the end goal, like what would it feel? How would people around you feel because you achieved it? And almost going through that journey where now I can visualize everything, but now that I have that clarity, I can almost use that image that I had in my head as like a milestone for me then to achieve my goal. So I think when I thought about that, I thought, yeah, that's really like important to me. I think for a lot of people, not just me, but it's the clarity that they struggle with. They might know the goal that they want to do, but it's how you get there. So I think that really gave me a lot more of a direction. Some of the poems, it was about between the 2 years, so obviously your birthday and your the date that you pass away. How that dash almost symbolizes your life. So what do you want to be remembered for? Do you just want it to be seen as a dash separating 2 dates, or do you want to almost have that dash representing you, what you know, your legacy almost? It gives you that clarity and it gives you that direction. And if you don't, I think it also gives you a clearer end goal. So let's say before I came into this today, I knew I wanted to improve my health, but I didn't know how I was going to do that. And so understanding how, when, and just all the steps that I need to achieve it, I think that's really important. And I think like it's a lot of fun. You get to meet new people, you interact, and you go outside your comfort zone. Like you wouldn't normally be, you know, dancing around to music like, in a room full of people going crazy. But because everyone's doing it, you don't feel out of place, sort of thing. You always feel like you're part of a family. So yeah, and everyone's striving towards but they're also encouraging you too. So I think it's just a really good like support network almost. Maybe for some people, they might be able to be more, I'd say, real with themselves. Maybe they can be more honest. So I think if they couldn't make it today, don't look at it as a bad thing. I'd say, think, okay, now I can be more, real with myself, and then like look at everything that the speaker talks about. And I'd say personally, what I would do is I'd write the stuff down and then over it almost. So don't just rush it. I think when you take the time, again, you can get that more clarity. So yeah, I think just to get that understanding of what you want to do. It's made me think of other goals for my life. So before I maybe have like 1 or 2 goals, but now I've realized that, okay, it's good to have a number of goals in different areas. Like the wheel, for example, like mine was like, it wasn't really like unbalanced, but it wasn't like a circle. But then I thought, okay, so let's say even like my highest one, if it's not a 10, I still need to make a goal. It's almost, if I have one goal for one thing, can lead to me achieving another goal and another, and that can lead on to this, and that can lead on. So it's almost like a flow. And then I think it'd be kind of cool if when I come back next year, the sort of good point to like analyze what I've done and then make new goals.